Yo, what's up? So, Pete, we've had a very adventurous into September, even coming into the beginning of October. A lot of tragedy is happening, and so shout outs to those that are still trying to figure out, still trying to get a hold of loved ones. Uh, there's places that like parts of the interstate and roads and houses are like missing. I mean, this is crazy. But what I wanted to share is that FEMA got involved. So, we all know FEMA, Federal Emergency Management, our agency. Um, they have declared several states as a whole as a disaster area. So my folks in Alabama, sweet home, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, my home state, not my home state, it's where I live now. Y'all know what. Anyway, South Carolina, and then there's some parts of Florida, Tennessee, and I think there's like one small segment of Virginia have been declared disaster areas. And so there's a big deadline coming up for my folks that have an extension. They file an extension for the return. Those returns would be due October 15th. Because of the disaster designation, that deadline, anything that would have been due after 9/26 up through May, the new deadline is May 1. May 1. So if you filed an extension and you can't get your stuff together for whatever reasons, you have until May 1st to go ahead and file and not have any penalties. Now, let me unpack this because I don't want these social media folks to be out here getting into it. You ain't gonna do it till May 1st. If you got the time to get it done, then go ahead and do the doggone thing. However, as long as you get it in by May 1st, then you're gonna be good. So that's my tax returns. Tax returns I would extend it, and they would have been due 10/15. You have an extension May 1st. If you have a deadline of 11/15 for my folks that are nonprofits and they did an extension, May 1st is going to be your deadline. Estimated payments. Now, Q3 estimated payment was due 9/15. The fourth quarter payment is due 1/15. Again, if you're impacted, the new due date is going to be 5/1. Now, this is going to make things really interesting because they haven't said what are we going to do about the 2025 deadline. So 2025 deadline will be either 3/15 or 4/15. There hasn't been any communication around that yet. But for now, 2023 returns that were on extension, they are going to now be due on May 1st. So if you are in Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, the entire state has the disaster tax relief in the mix. And then there's some small segments of Florida, Tennessee, and then a small segment of Virginia that this will apply to. So if you're in one of those three, then go to FEMA.gov and see if your particular area is considered a disaster area. But the entire state of, again, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, the entire state, you're going to have that relief. So any questions, let me know. This is long and it's a whole lot. I probably said the same thing over and over and over, but I wanted it to be clear because people are already hitting me up like, yo, what's this mean? I ain't got to do it until May 1st. And I'm like, bruh, sis, your stuff is already ready. Don't put it off because we got to rinse and repeat and do this whole tax filing thing all over again next year. So just go ahead and get it done. All right. If y'all got any questions, let me know. I will do the best that I can to give you accurate information and not about a bunch of fluffy social media stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. It's your boy TP. I'm gone.